Hello, hi. Welcome to a new vlog and a new week. And it's already Thursday. It's been a week, y'all. It's been a week. I ended the last vlog on Labor Day, which was a wonderful day. Me and Claire had the best time playing in makeup, chit-chatting for hours. Just good deep talks. It was a good day, really good day. We had lunch, it was lovely. And Labor Day was really nice. And yeah, and then the week got started. Back in June, my dad had a stroke. He's recovered. Miraculous recovery. Just amazing, right? Never even knew he had a stroke. There's been a few health scares here and there with him, with a heart murmur and all of that. But it's under control, medication. Well, he calls me Tuesday. My stepmom is being airlifted to the hospital now because she had a stroke. So that's been what's been going on this week. She had a pretty bad stroke. When I left her Tuesday evening, she was in the ICU, and it's kind of not prepared for like the worst, but prepared for it to be pretty bad, like pretty severe brain damage. She couldn't speak beyond some like nonsense words. She recognized us, but she didn't. Like, she recognized us, but she couldn't communicate, and she was very childlike. Like, it was like a little kid. Communication skills totally gone. She had expressive aphasia, and she couldn't really get around. We thought it was gonna be really bad. Everything seemed like it was gonna be really bad. This happened to my grandfather, where he had a stroke and was pretty much like a 3-year-old after that. Couldn't speak, couldn't, communicate. He knew who you were, but it wasn't him, That's how she was when I left. I told her I loved her and like hugged her, and she grabbed my face the way she does, so I knew she knew me. At one point when we were in the ER still, she was speaking like just nonsense words, gibberish, and like some of them would be words, but they weren't like the right words. It's just none of it made sense. It was real out of there, like no clue what she was trying to tell you. But there was like this one moment of just pure clarity. She looked at me and she goes, "Are you still not smoking?" And I said, "Yeah." And she was, "Good." And then right back to the way she was. So that's how she was Tuesday. My dad had run an errand. He had to go to his job and get a delivery for furniture. Like, he had to go to work. And he took a half day because he thought she seemed a little off. And he got home and found her on the floor. It was a whole thing. She busted her head open also. But yeah, CT scan showed a stroke. Waiting on the results of the MRI still, but that she's got full blood flow now, and everything looks good so far. And yeah, my dad got there this morning in the ICU, and she was sitting up in bed. They had her restraints off of her. They had her strapped in so she wouldn't get up and fall. Like, she wasn't like strapped down, but she had like, they had like kind of like almost like a corset across her, kind of holding her to the bed so she couldn't get out of the bed, but she wasn't like tight, like up against the bed. It wasn't like uncomfortable. It was just so she couldn't, she could move around within the bed, and there was an alarm on the bed too. But they didn't want her trying to get up. And they had mitts on her hands because she kept going after her IV. The whole time we were in the ER, she didn't notice her IV, and she was fine. And then suddenly she saw it and she was like, that's gotta go. So they had to put mitts on her, and she kept pulling her hands out of the mitt and then laughing her butt off about it. She thought it was hilarious. Everything was really funny to her that day, which was kind of cute. I mean, it's better than her being scared and panicky. She just was like, just cracking up at everything. But she had these mitts on that we called them her boxing gloves. And so she was just like laughing about them, and she'd get her hand out, she's like, ha ha. And just happy to have her hand out, like she just wanted to mess with her blanket or scratch or something. Like she wasn't trying to get her IV or anything. But the nurse would come in and be like, let's put your mitt back on, and she kind of, like she was like teasing the nurse. It was cute. And so she was very like childlike. And I thought, oh, well, you know, time to start planning for home health nurses, sitters, assisted living, like rehab, all these things, you know. Because I was thinking she's not gonna be able to take care of herself, she's not gonna be able to use the bathroom. It's gonna be bad. Well, my dad gets there this morning and he said she's sitting up in bed. None of the restraints are on her. She's eating breakfast, and she's got breakfast in front of her, and he comes in and she goes, I can't eat these eggs. These powdered eggs are gross. And she just started talking and was like totally fine and herself again. Like nothing had happened. Like she had some mild bouts of confusion, but she's just carrying on conversation, just like nothing happened. Like she knew she had a stroke and everything, and she doesn't remember the last 2 days. But yeah, he called me this morning, or no, I called him like at 10. He's like, yeah, she's with the physical therapist right now, so I can't really talk. But he's like, she's made an amazing improvement today. And like, really? Because he's like, yesterday she was still, didn't really know where she was and out of it and not great. She like made some small improvement, like when she was using a couple more words. A couple hours later, she calls me, and I talked to her for about 30 something minutes, maybe 40 minutes. We had a full conversation. She was fine, man. She was fine. She's just like herself. We had like you would never know. And man, I cried and cried and cried because I'm so relieved that she's okay. And they're letting her out of the ICU this evening and probably get to go home tomorrow. That's what a big recovery she's made so quickly. I can't stop crying. I've been crying the last 2 days because, well, it's that time of the month for one thing, but that's neither here nor there. But I was so just thinking about her alone in the ICU and how panicky she is and how she's scared in hospitals. And I couldn't stop thinking about her waking up by herself and not knowing where she was in that state of being like a kid. And just thinking about my dad having to take care of her or lose her or something again, to have to go through this again and lose a wife. But yeah, she's gonna be okay. Oh, I know, my puppy. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh. But my dad took care of my grandpa after he had a stroke for a year. Bathed him every day, cleaned his feeding tube, changed his diapers. I didn't want him to have to do that again for someone, like, not again. And I didn't want him to lose a wife again. I didn't want to lose a mom again. It's not that me and her like had the traditional mother-daughter relationship or anything. It wasn't like that. Like, but we had a special relationship. She still called me her little girl. Just really glad she's okay. Anyway, that's where me and Peppy are today, huh? We're happy. We're happy. We're thankful. God is good. We've been praying a lot, haven't we? But anyway, that's an update for you of this week. How things are going. I thought I'd show you a nice peaceful morning there. And yeah. Oh, okay, wow. I'll check in with you guys in a little while. Me and this puppy got some work to do. We're just gonna enjoy our afternoon. Enjoy this rain outside. It's gloomy yet peaceful. Let's go, it's peaceful fall days. And we're gonna put on some of our ambient music and do some computer work. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye. Good morning. Hi. Hello. Okay. I'm actually going with Lila today to her doctor's appointment, as we like to do for funsies. We, you know, make a little day of it. We're gonna hit the big lot up, look at some Halloween decorations, and get some lunch. And then I'm gonna check in with my dad and see if my stepmom's getting released today or not. If she is still at the hospital, I'm just gonna have Lila drop me there and spend some time with him. So that's the plan for today. Got to do some makeup. Got our coffee. I wish it was written on both sides of this mug. We got our coffee today. So first thing I'm gonna do is go in with a little bit of Lumi lotion all over the face. But yeah, after I put the camera down and got my footage imported, my stepmom called back and she was just even better sounding, even more alert, and just normal conversation, like literally just a normal conversation. And she's just like, oh my, I can't believe this happened. She's just like, I had a stroke. Like, it's like, oh, getting to her. She's like, I can't be the one to be sick. She's like, I have to take care of your dad. Just this, no, we can't do this. Just take it in stride. She's in good spirits. She is 64. And so she was like, this is too young to have a stroke. I'm like, well, no. Your lifestyle. You do smoke like a freight train. And that, they told her she's gonna have to stop smoking. She's like, you know, I get it. I know. I've been there. She's like, what am I gonna do? She's kind of, I think, worried about that situation and all, but she's gonna be alright. She'd be alright. She's a strong lady. She's got this. Okay. So my friend Claire is letting me borrow this Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum we're trying to wrap our heads around it and see what it does. Like, how does this work? What is going on with this? You don't shake it, it says. It's just got the little thing on the bottom, you tap and some drops come out. I used it yesterday and I feel like it kind of did something. Like, my skin did look a little smoother and my foundation wore really well throughout the day. So I'm gonna try it again today. It's weird because I think this is supposed to be like mattifying and priming. So it didn't really claim to be blurring, just more mattifying. But I feel like it might have done something. It has a very interesting texture. Anyways, we're gonna put a little bit more on today. We're gonna give it a go. So you just do this. I'm just gonna put some of my oily areas, like T-zone here, around my nose and mouth. Yeah, a little bit does go a long way because it's so thin. Like, I feel like it kind of does give a little soft blurring effect, but very minimal. So we're going to give that a go like today, be out and about, and it's so humid today. It's going to get a good test for sure. Oh, it is humid. And for some foundation, I think I'm just going to keep it chill and do a little bit of my Misha Glow Layering Cushion. But yeah, I got a bit. Time did I get up? About 4:40. Got the day started. Already done my devotional and had my nice morning quiet time. And it is now 6 something rather. It's like 6:30ish. Oh, and my skincare you say is my usual daytime skincare. Now let's jump over to eyes. Still kind of trying to wrap my head around this eyeshadow stick from L'Oreal. So we're going to use this a little bit more broadly today on the eye and see what happens. I don't think I love the way it feels on the lower lash line. Like, it feels funny there. I don't love that. Like, it makes my eyes kind of want to water. But on the upper lid, it's fine. Like for this, it's okay. It's not really bugging me. And that blends out so pretty. Look at that. It really does blend beautifully. Just some brown. This is a Laura Geller liner. It's pretty nice. I like the ergonomic handle on it. I'm going to jump to I Need a One and grab some of the deepest brown in here called Pep. I'm just going to pat that over this first blending brush here, and I'm going to take some of Flash Over, which is that slip cream, and just buff some right out here. I'm going to take a little bit of the shade called Vim. I don't think I've used Vim yet. It does a little bit of that there too. Oh, she got some depth. A bit of Mellow. That soft peach on a big fluffy. And I think I'm going to take some Fancy across the lid. Just a really nice champagne. It's a soft champagne color. Something kind of subtle and nice. And I'm not going to put anything on the lower lash line, I think, today. I'm just going to let it be. Liquid blush. Let's do some liquid blush first. And bronzer. I'm going to do a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury Sun-Kissed Glow Bronzer. Just warm the skin up. It's rained almost, I think, every day this week. Just a non-stop kind of drizzle situation. Like, we've had some bits of sunshine, but then it goes back to being just drizzly. It's not like crazy storming or anything, but just drizzle, wet, humid weather. It looks like fall outside. Like, it looks so nice, but it's so humid and it's hot. It doesn't feel great. You know, it looks good out looking out the window. Oh. I'm going to do just a little liquid blush. I'm going to use the Maybelline one, the Sun Kisser blush in City Sizzle. And Age Perfect one. Look, it's almost gone. It's almost gone. I will use this one up. Because it's a good concealer. I like it. So it's not like punishment to use it. Let's use Kosas today. Kosas Cloud Set. Have that here. And into the T-zone. And I'm going to put a little bit of this Laura Geller blush on. This is one of her baked blushes. Baked and Brighten in Sunswept. I'm borrowing from Claire also. Look at this color. Isn't that pretty? It's so pigmented though. And very shimmery. Very shimmery. So we're going to use a very gentle hand with this. Like that. And then we're going to work some of that off. Look, that's it. That's all you need. She ain't playing around. Laura Geller did not come to play. I've wanted to try Laura Geller stuff for so long because I look at that. Like, I see that and I'm like, it's so pretty. That I can't like resist it. There's something about it that just pulls me in. I need to like do a real like shop on her website because I look at the stuff on there and I'm like, it's always so beautiful. There's something about it. The marbling, it pulls me in. But yeah, just that little bit. baby hand. Just do. It looks really nice and functions as a highlighter or blush kind of way. And just for bitty extra glow, because I'm excessive. Do just a kiss of Infallible in Champagne Glow because it's so pretty. It's just so pretty. I want to use this. So I'm just going to do the same thing. A little bit here. Boop, boop. Just, here we go. Look, I'm going to take a little bit right there. All right. Okay. I want to stop putting glow on. And stop trying to glow myself up. The brows, I really need to use up my brow setter, so we'll use that today. All right, I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes and put on some mascara. And as weepy as I have been lately, we're doing waterproof. Last couple of days. Can't trust myself to not have waterproof on. I think for the lipstick, I'm going to wear Black Honey, but it is in the living room where I filmed a reel. So I'm just going to go ahead and put on my lip liner. You know, yeah, we're using matte cork. And we'll come back to the lips in a minute. We're good for there. Now I gotta figure out something to wear today in this heat. And also, yeah, I got some big hair today. I was gonna put my hair up because I just assumed it was gonna be like not great hair today, but I'm actually not mad at it. Yesterday we were kind of, but today we're like, oh. So, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anymore. Let me go find some clothes to put on. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, outfit selected. Just a plain old black t-shirt. And my jeans and some nice little boots. Real exciting. So, yeah. All right, let's get going. Okay, hello, a new day. Me and the puppy are hanging on the couch for a second here. Yeah, it's puppy. Oh, we're on the couch. She don't want to be held. She wants to wander about on her own. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to interrupt your silliness on the couch. Anyway, this is the makeup we've done today. Let me scooch you in so you can see this. This is using the Blend Bunny Longing palette. That duochrome is wild. I want to do some kind of creative. I'm just gonna go in and do a look. Spooky girl fall. That's what we're doing. And I am gonna be cooking some veggie soup today because the weather is nice. It's actually not rainy today, pretty sunny. But it felt amazing outside last night because I went and got groceries, and it was like kind of windy and cool. It felt like fall. Yes. And yeah, it's soup weather. I know. So it is soup season. We're making some beef vegetable soup. I've been craving that. I saw where my friend posted on Facebook the other day where he cooked some in the middle, like during like hot weather. This dude's cooking soup, and I'm like, dang, I really want some vegetable soup. And I was thinking about my grandma's vegetable soup, and she made it where it was basically whatever was in the deep freeze went in it, and some stew meat. Like she saved whatever was left over from Sunday dinner. It all went in the deep freeze. Like whatever little bit of vegetable was left, just random stuff, it all went to the freezer. Like little teeny tiny Tupperwares full of stuff. And it all went to the soup like once a year, just this massive soup. And we ate all that for like a good week. All the meals was soup. So that's kind of what I'm doing today. I bought frozen veggies to do this with, though. Didn't have a bunch of leftover ones. But I got stew meat. I actually bought like fresh herbs, some thyme and bay leaf to go in it. Stew meat, broth, carrots. Why can you not buy like an individual carrot anymore? Like I only needed like 3 carrots. No, you gotta buy a whole bag of carrots. I don't have anything to do with that many carrots. Bought some potatoes. Yeah, so we're gonna be cooking that in a little while I'm gonna get it started on the stove because I want to let it cook like all day. You know, I want to do one of those things where you slow cook it. So I'll get that going in a minute. But I want to show you my makeup. And yeah, I need to check in. Whoop! I need to check in with my dad. My stepmom was discharged from the hospital yesterday, and she is just thriving right now, and I'm amazed at the recovery. So yeah. And I posted a video yesterday where I was real chatty and kind of went on a tear about some deeper topics and a little bit off what I normally talk about. Well, sometimes I talk about that kind of stuff in the vlog here, but like in a video, I don't normally get into like maybe faith and stuff like that too much, and it was well received and that made me feel really good. I think it was maybe one of those moments that there was a Bible verse a couple of Sundays ago about how God will give you the words, pretty much. I'm summarizing. But it was talking about what if I say the wrong thing when speaking about religion or trying to speak about God and Jesus. I'm new to all that kind of stuff. Like I'm definitely not the person to ask questions. I'm learning. I'm the student in this situation. But to me, that was maybe one of those days that God was giving me the right words to say that needed to be said because it might be helping someone. And I'm not meaning like, you know, trying to convert people and all of that. I just mean like it was the words that someone needed to hear, perhaps, to get them through their day, kind of thing. It wasn't like I didn't get like specific about religion or anything in the video, but I think it maybe could apply to whatever your faith was, what I was talking about, because I like to keep it kind of where what I can say can apply to anyone. I don't like to be super specific in those ways because I don't want anyone to ever feel alienated or like unwelcome or something, because that's never the case. Like I want everyone to feel welcome and at home and loved. And so yes, that's sometimes maybe I might use a little bit more vague language to describe something because I want it to be able to apply to whatever walk of life you're in. And yeah, but anyways, some of the comments have been so wonderful on that video, and I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, it feels good. But I'm very much still like, I'm very much a student, like totally new to a lot of this stuff. And every day, like I read a verse and I'm just like, oh wow, every day. That happens. And Sunday, it's like multiple Epiphany Day, but every day that I read, I'm doing my devotionals and I do like just reading on my own as well, and it's always like some eye-opening thing of oh I never considered that. And it has just this last month, my outlook, literally just in a month, has changed so much on everything. Literally every aspect of my life. It's like how I go about doing my day-to-day life and what I think about things and how I feel, and it's so different. Like you do feel reborn. You do feel like a new person, and it's such a wonderful feeling. It really is, and it's one of those things I wish everyone could feel, and such a empowering feeling as well. But you really do see beauty and purpose in everything you do and everything around you. Anyways, I promise we're not going to turn into a constant talking about religion. I promise we're not going to do that, because I know some people that's not their thing. I was one of those people that was like, I roll whenever that topic come up. For the last almost 40 years I was like that, so I understand. It's something that you have to come around to in your own time, and no one can force you into it. really. It has to be something that happens in your own time. I don't think anybody really trying to talk you into anything is going to make much of a difference. You have to be ready in here to be open to it. And I think I've been working towards that for a very, very long time, and just, it was the right time. So anyway, that is what's up today. I am really enjoying the living room setup in this manner. Having the couch over here, it's quite nice, and the chairs over there. I'm enjoying it, truly, and it's just feels bigger and different, and I love it. Did I tell you about the new desk I'm gonna get? I'm gonna get this rolly desk thing that can roll up to right here, and I'll be able to work on this little corner on the couch and not take up space with that desk. I think I told you about that last vlog. Anyways, so I'm gonna get that, and it'll scoot right up to right here, and so we can sit right here and do our computer work, which would be really nice because me and Pumpkin will be able to look out the window right here, sitting in my favorite spot with the window, because I do love sitting over here. Yeah, and Pumpkin will enjoy that. She'll be up on this arm of the chair too, I'm sure. And let me show you what I got, because I'm already buying things to go with this new little setup, because it's what I do. We went to Big Lot. Okay, the local Big Lot, it's 45 minutes away, but we always make a trip in there when we're out of town, because it's Big Lot. Big Lot's fun, dude. Big Lot is so fun, but it's going out of business. And yeah, so I got this necklace also from there. It's hypoallergenic, sensitive skin safe. It's a two necklaces attached, but it's 2 herringbones, or yeah, or snake chains. I don't know. I love these kinds of necklaces though, and it's the 2 of them together. I thought that was so cool, and it's so comfortable, and like really like not cheapy feeling. And it was 40% off, so I got it for like $4. So, and I got a basket. This is what I want to show you for in here. And I got some body wash for my husband, because we've already tore through the body wash that I bought like 2 vlogs ago. Hold on. Puppy's blocked. Oh no. Okay, so they had these at Big Lot, and they're $4.99 regular, and they were 30% off of that. So yeah, and it's the coffee amber that's me and my husband love. So I probably should have bought more than just 2 at that price point. Oh, I just want to eat it. I got this. I thought this would be perfect to have down here on the floor next to the couch to wrangle my books, because I have a lot of like books and stuff that I need, like notebooks, various notebooks that I work out of. Like I have my Bible study notebook, I have my devotional notebook, which are separate, I have my planner like materials, my portfolio that I do my editing notes and everything in, and just I also have just another notebook that I write stuff in. Like I like my notebooks and my stationery, so I thought this would be perfect to contain all that and wrangle it and have it right down there, so it's somewhere so it can have a home. But this was $24. I think I got like 50% off. So, yes, and there's plenty of places for it to live in here, and cool. All right, it's almost noon. I'm gonna check in with my dad today, and then I'm gonna get started in the kitchen, and I'll bring you in there with me. But I do need to import footage first and all of that. Yeah, so let's make some vegetable soup together. Okay, I've got my meat cooking with some chopped up onion in here, and I have put some black pepper, Tony Chachere's, garlic and onion powder in here as well. And I'm just letting my meat brown up with the onions, get them nice and softened. And yeah, we're getting our base going. Now let's go chop up some potatoes and carrots. My eyes are pouring and on fire from chopping the onion. I should have just bought the pre-cut onions. Why did I do that? Oh my goodness. Okay. No, seriously, I'm surprised I don't have like My makeup is messed up a little bit. I feel like just eyeshadow running down my face. Oh, yeah, I was on the phone with my dad while I was doing that, and I'm like, ah. And he's like, well, you should have closed your mouth and quit talking while you were doing that. Like, you know, I can't stop yapping. He's cleaning house today, but yeah, stepmom's doing good, back to normal. So there's that. And her friend is bringing dinner over tonight. I'm gonna send over some of this to them tomorrow evening. Okay, so let's chop up our carrots and potatoes. You can't just say potato, you gotta say potatoes. I also got some garlic. This is like way too much garlic, way too many carrots, way too much onion. I should just cut the pre-cut onion though. I got the pre-cut garlic. It's right next to the pre-cut onion. What's wrong with me? Potatoes out of the way and get these carrots cut up. I tried giving Pumpkin one to see if she wanted to play with it because I see, like, you know, reels of puppers play with carrots. No, she wasn't having it. Not interested. Can you see what I'm doing? No, you cannot. I got such a mess up here. Ignore this situation. And yes, I'm sitting to do this because I can. It was one of the things actually in my devotional was talking about ways you can overcome challenges in your day-to-day life, like doing your household chores and, you know, homemaking things. And a lot of things I struggle with are because of my back. And I beat myself up over the fact that I have to sit down sometimes to do things, and I feel really ashamed and guilty and yeah, just kind of ashamed, like embarrassed, even though like no one's seen me do this. Like I feel bad about having to do it. But part of what I was working on this week in my devotional, like each day was kind of leading up to it. It was asking, you know, what can you do to overcome certain obstacles or what holds you back from something. And part of it really is the back issue, and I decided to do it, just do what I can. And if I gotta pull a chair over or sit down and do it, who's it hurting? No one. And I'm getting the task done that I want to get done, and I still do a lot of stuff standing and can be active at the same time. But yeah, if I can be more productive and get more things done and not let the back hold me, my back hold me back because I'm angry and mad at it and feeling so frustrated with myself. If I can just tweak how I do things and get the job done, why not? And why there's no point to give myself a little more grace. That's what I'm getting at. And I'm sitting there like seeing me talk. But basically, just give myself a little more grace with stuff and not be so weirdly, like, I don't know, just feeling really crappy about myself because I need to sit to do some household tasks. Like, I can't stand for extended periods of time. I never could. I couldn't do that when I was a teenager. I can't do it now. I couldn't do it when I was a kid. That's not going to change. And it's not, I don't know why I let that get to me. And just sit at the table and do stuff. It's okay that I need to bring the veggies over here to chop instead of standing up there at the counter and having to lean on it and feel like I'm gonna collapse because my back is killing me so bad because all my muscles are seizing up. Like, there's no point standing there doing that, torturing myself, when I could get the task done here, do a better job of it, because I'm not trying to rush and suffer through it. Like, why do I beat myself up about just needing to sit down and take a break here and there? Because if I do that, I can get more done in the long run. I don't know my own logic. I'm ableist to myself. How is that a thing? But I am. And I put myself down and really, really beat myself up over my physical limitations a lot of times. When I've been like this my whole life, it's not like there's something that it's not like I have anything I need to prove. Like, it's okay, girl, it's okay. Yeah, I can make a task more enjoyable by doing this, because that was another one of the things in the devotionals. How can you find more joy in the things you're doing and make it feel more like you can do it with your whole heart? And that's what I want to do. I want to be more engaged in things that I'm doing and enjoy it and find a joy in it. Even if it is just cleaning the toilet or something, that I want to feel that sense of pride and like I'm doing it for something, you know? And I let myself get so in this dark place because of the back pain and like physical limitations that I mentally just shut down and don't do anything. And it's a really bad cycle that I get into. I know I do it. And for some reason, just that reading that devotional, like doing the little journaling tasks, it's one of those epiphanies. It's like, what does it matter if I need to sit down? Why have I never looked at it of how I can adapt things to myself so I can get the job done and do a better job of it and do it with my whole heart and enjoy doing it and feeling good about it. But yeah, that was one of the things that was that I mentioned that like kind of changed my outlook on things, was these little tasks of like cooking dinner aren't punishment. There's something I can find a lot of joy in. I just needed to adapt how I do them so that they're not a punishment. So what's it matter if I need to sit to chop my veggies and do a few things around the house and rest my back more often, because in the end I can get more done if I'm not in pain the whole time and my legs are locking up on me because my back is seizing up, and I can do a better job at the tasks and find more actual joy in them, and they won't feel like torture or punishment to do them. It makes you want to do things, and just there's no sense beating myself up over having to sit down. It's okay. It's just how it is. And there's some days where I can stand and do everything, but there's some days that I can't, and that's okay. I don't have to feel so bad about the days that I can't stand up for more than a couple of minutes, because there are days that I can barely stand up 30 seconds, and there's days where I could stand up all day and do stuff and walk around. It's weird, but that's how I've been like that since I could walk. I don't know why I beat myself over and expected to change, but it's not. I just need to make life work for me a little better. It's maybe like I feel inferior or something like that. Like there's some feeling there of inadequacy that I end up just fully shutting down over it. It gets really in a very depressed place about that. Let's say, yes, I'm sitting down to do my vegetables because my back cannot stand to stand. So let's get to this. This is one of the things I tell myself, that I don't like cooking and I don't like cleaning and all these things, and it's torture, it's punishment. But that's not the true. I actually really enjoy doing those things. It's just that my back hurts, and I, for some reason, refuse to let myself sit or rest and force myself to do things the hard way that I don't need to do. And I don't know. It's just a thing that I could probably use some therapy over years ago for the mental aspects of it that I just didn't do. And, well, I feel a lot better about things now. I feel more, I don't know. I have a new lease on life when it comes to these things now. I've never been one to want to let my disability get in the way of life, but it does, and there's nothing I can really do about it, and I just have to find a way to overcome it. And I always thought, I go to the gym, I lift really heavy, I do these other things, that's overcoming. But yeah, but you also can't stand up and do stuff around the house. So maybe we could learn to adapt things a little bit. So oh man, my bunnies are gonna eat good because I'm gonna bring them all the scraps and I'm gonna give them extra carrots. And I do want to cook this for quite a while because I want the carrots to get nice and soft and mushy. I don't like no crunch in my soup. I give y'all so much anxiety watching me do this with the knife, huh? I give everyone anxiety when they watch me do things. If you haven't noticed, hand disabled. I reckon that's enough carrots. That's a lot. See, right now, I'm thoroughly enjoying what I'm doing. I love, like, prepping and the veggies and all this. I love this part. And I think I just make excuses and say I hate doing stuff because I can't stand up to do them. So therefore I'm like, oh, I hate cooking. I don't like cooking. I don't get it. No, I actually really like doing these things. It's just, it hurts. So, duh, just sit down. Who cares? Who cares if you have to sit to do this? No one. And the job is getting done. You're doing a better job of the task. Just sit. I need to really learn how to just quit being so hard on myself about things that I can't change. The devotional is really actually helping a lot with that. If you're curious, the devotional I'm reading right now is a 21-day one called Becoming Proverbs Woman 31. Or Proverbs 31 Woman, rather. But, I mean, it's not just that proverb. It's got a lot more in it where you cite different verses. And, yeah, it's a little more depth than what it seems. But it's a lovely little, just 21-day devotional about homemaking and being a good wife. That kind of stuff. And family life. Honestly, an area of my life that I could have used guidance a long time ago. Because it's, I don't know, probably could have used the guidance a long time ago. Let's put it that way. And my mom passed away when I was 19. And I really didn't have a strong female figure in my life. Like, my stepmom, but my stepmom was not domestic. She's not a homemaker. That's not her. She is but my stepmom was not that type of role model for me. We didn't have that kind of relationship, and she's not that type of person either. Anyway, so yeah, and I think a lot of just basic homemaking skills I didn't have for a very long time, and just have kind of had to learn it on my own and figure it out. But I didn't understand maybe some reasoning behind doing things and why it's important and why it matters to do certain things, like with homemaking and just being a responsible adult. I think I was kind of in an arrested development mentally, perhaps. And I think a lot of people my age are in that place that kind of stunted, were infantilized. The millennials were spoiled brats. A lot of us, I am, I know, I am. And somebody called me spoiled the other day in person because I don't work a normal 9-to-5 job. And I just laughed instead of telling them to go F themselves. That's what I really wanted to say. It was a very rude thing to say. Like, I didn't really think about it as much in the moment, but then I was like, wait a minute. That was really a crappy thing to say to someone. Oh, you're spoiled. And I guess he considered my husband's job to be a good job, so he was like, oh, so you're real spoiled. I'm like, dude, my husband has a blue-collar job. He works 12-hour shifts for 7 days straight. I don't know where you're getting this from. I do think, though, to an extent, yeah, I am spoiled, though. Like, my parents spoiled me, that's for sure. They spoiled my siblings. We're little brats, absolutely. And I think we didn't learn a lot of basic tasks because our mom didn't make us do them. Or our dad. I didn't know how to do laundry until I was like 18. Like, I didn't know how to cook anything. I remember my mom made me learn how to cook spaghetti. Like, she made a point because she knew she was dying. So she's like, okay, I need to teach you some household tasks, like, real quick. So she taught me how to make spaghetti and how to do laundry and how like to use the washer and dryer at our house, and really weird things, you know, weird situation to be in. Let me teach you how to make spaghetti for your dad before I die. I don't know, I just didn't have the opportunity to really learn how to do a lot of household tasks growing up. Learning, you know, cooking your own meals and things like that. It wasn't a priority to me for a lot of my life. And I'm starting to find a lot of joy in doing these things now, though. And, or I found a way to find joy in it. But I think I needed that mental boost of doing these things out of love. That's what it was, doing these tasks out of love that I was missing. Because to me, they were always like something you just have to do. Just it's work, it's punishment. And I just never tried to find joy in them. Even though I do like enjoy sitting here cutting these, prepping these vegetables. I'm having a blast doing this. I didn't love my mentality when it came to household tasks. Didn't find joy in them, and now I'm finding an actual like reason for them. And I'm learning that like these little tasks, they do matter, and doing them with love in your whole heart and trying your best at them and not just going through the motions. It actually makes a difference in doing them as acts of love for your family. I think some of that maybe is lost on me because I don't have kids, but whatever. I never really prioritized homemaking, I guess, because I didn't have children. And I feel like that was like part of it. But everyone's life's different, every walk of life. You don't have to have kids to be a homemaker. Or to have a home, you know, and do these things. You just, it's part of being an adult, I guess. Really enjoying this new outlook on doing these things with some intention behind them. That's what it is. Like, there's intention and a very simple pleasure in doing stuff like peeling potatoes for a meal, and it's something that's going to be tasty, and it's something that's going to be made out of love and as an act of love for my family. Because I mean, I'm going to send some to my dad. Yeah, I mean, I may not be in the place where I have kids in that season of life, but I have elderly parents to care for and cook for and do these things. They are still part of my immediate family. So yeah, everyone's family looks different. It's not gonna all, you know, be the homemaking for children and, you know, that sort of thing. You can adapt it to your situation, I think. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm overcoming and adapting, finding joy and love in these little tasks. And finding kind of like a sense of peace in it and relaxation. Like, this is thoroughly enjoyable to me. I am liking this. I think I am going to be maybe cooking a little more often. I just always saw cooking as such a burden. It was never something I associated with an act of love, but it is, you know? And maybe I just needed to be told these things, and I guess. It's like, why didn't I think that? Why did I think this was just some punishment? It's not. I used to just complain, like, oh, you gotta do all this stuff. You gotta prep food and do dishes. Ew, why would anybody want to do that? And now I'm like, I want to do that. So yeah, I feel like a new person these days. So yeah, I'm just cubing these potatoes up though to go into the soup. But yeah, I'm also kind of on like this quest of just gaining new skills. Like just basic life skills. It's probably a good thing to hone, like cooking. But yeah, me saying I don't like cooking was such a cope. Truly. It's just because my back hurt and I didn't want to stand at the stove. I'm like, girl, you ain't got to stand at the stove. You could scoot a chair over, get a stool, or sit over here and get the job done and do a good job. And not, you don't have to feel bad about this. It's because I got like laughed at before for having to sit and just made to feel crappy about it. And I've internalized that so much. And having this kind of almost like an inadequacy complex. If you have any thoughts on these things, let me know down below. I'm usually late to the game on these types of things, having these little epiphanies and doing stuff. I'm a late bloomer in all things. Maybe I was just kind of depressed and didn't realize it. I think apathy is a problem I deal with. I talk about not caring in a good way a couple of times in videos, but not care about what people think of you, because that is good to not care about. But I mean, like, not caring about your surroundings sometimes and letting things go to hell. Perhaps that's not the right way to look at life. I wonder, will the bunnies eat the potatoes? I think they will. They'll eat the raw potato. Something will eat it. Outside, the birds. We don't have squirrels in the neighborhood. I wish we had squirrelies. We do not. We have lots and lots of birds, though. And we got armadillos, which I love my armadillos. I think they're precious. I like weird little animals like that. Armadillos, possums, any sort of rodent I like, or marsupial. Oh, we're going to see Beetlejuice tomorrow, and then we're going to go to the Indian buffet. On Sundays, they do an Indian buffet at the Indian restaurant, for like after church. So we're going to go to that. I'm excited. So we're going to like the early showing of Beetlejuice. Yeah. Man, I just really didn't have enough meaning in my life previously. And I thought I did. I thought I was fulfilled and all this stuff. I guess I still had an empty place in me. Oh man, there's gonna be a lot of veggies in this soup. Okay, let's do the garlic. I just need to chop up. This is already peeled and ready to go. There's a weird part of me that doesn't like buying like the pre-done stuff like this, because I'm always afraid it's gonna have listeria. But yeah, I'm gonna say about like not having like the mother or like a female role model as an adult. I have my husband's mom. She definitely was, or is a role model. Definitely, but I don't spend like every day with her kind of thing. I don't see her super often because they live 2 hours away. So a lot of the like little tasks and like how to do things I learned from YouTube, from other vloggers, a lot, honestly, from Coffee Break with Danny, about just little things like how to chop vegetables and just like household cleaning tips and tricks, just stuff that I didn't know how to do or know that you could do. She was actually a huge help to me. It also never occurred to me to ask, can I freeze this garlic? I think I can, right? I'm pretty sure I can freeze this. I'll hang on to it because I might end up cooking something with it later. I'm putting it in the fridge. And let's get this stuff in the pot. All right, it says swap over to a larger pot because the one I have is definitely too small. So here's our meat and the onions that sauteed together. Turn the heat back on and add my broth. Ugh. Veggies added in. Oh no, too much. Ruh-roh. We're gonna need a bigger pot. I don't have a bigger pot. Hopefully this kind of cooks down some. Might add some water.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go bring these scraps outside. You guys keep an eye on this. Don't let it boil over. Need to add the bay leaf. And there are a couple of these bad boys in there. And then we got some thyme. I'm gonna try to fit some of my frozen veggies in there. Got some frozen corn. Now my grandma would put like whatever was left over from Sunday dinner, she would just, you know, freeze and put in. But yeah, I don't have hordes of Sunday dinner leftovers. Green beans. And peas. Oh boy. We're about to overflow here. Oh my goodness. Get in there. I'll throw a little more. Actually, I have Slappy Mama, not Tony's. Put a little more of that in there. Get a little more flavor going. Alright. We're gonna put that on medium heat and let her cook. And we'll check on it later. I gotta make me some lunch now because I'm starving. Okay, hello. I thought we could close out the vlog real quick because this one is a long one. Oh my goodness, it's so long. But I wanted to update you before we end things out that the soup I made was amazing. First time ever making beef vegetable soup from scratch. It was good. It was real good. So there's that. We will be making that again. That's gonna be a new fall winter staple dish. We went and saw Beetlejuice, and that was super cute. Loved it. Very funny. It was a good movie. It's just a fun movie. Anybody criticizing it, you just don't like fun, okay? I'm gonna leave it as that. That's my thoughts. And yeah, we had a nice little day and went and got some Indian food afterwards. So it was fun. And the last few days have been just kind of sitting here doing a lot of computer work. Haven't been doing anything too exciting. And prepping for a hurricane that totally missed us and went the other direction. Because for a minute there, it was like, uh-oh, we're about to get hit. And it pivoted and went. We didn't even get rain that day. The day before, the weather was worse while we were all out trying to get groceries and prepare. Anyway, that's pretty much what's been going on lately. And I just wanted to close out the vlog and round things out because I know I mentioned going to see Beetlejuice and I didn't show you what the soup looked like when it was done because I forgot. But the soup was amazing and Beetlejuice was a 10 out of 10 for me. Very cute, just a fun, good time movie. You know, it's not that deep. It's just a fun movie. So, yeah, all right. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and bye now.